tuning in to the 25th Annual Cheer for Children's Ball. We are going to be making some cocktails today. My name is Thomas George. I work at City Pharmacy in Covington, Georgia. And we're going to be making some cocktails that you can make from your own home without too many complicated ingredients. So let's get started. Cool. The first thing we're going to make is a rosemary honey old-fashioned. With this drink, I will be using 4 roses bourbon. This is very simple bourbon. You can find it in any liquor store. Very balanced. Very much like it. And a honey syrup. Honey syrup is very easy to make. It's going to be 2 parts honey, 1 part hot water on your stove top, and you're just going to cook it until it dissolves and melts together completely. So yeah, let's get started on that. First things first, we're going to build the drink. We're going to start with 4 dashes of Angostura bitters. Then we are going to take I like to do 1/4 ounce of honey syrup. Then maybe a little extra in a bar spoon. So right in between 1/4 and 1/2 ounce of honey syrup. We're going to take 2 ounces of bourbon. Ice. Stir. You want to stir it until the ice melts just enough so that the liquid is kind of covering the ice. It is all submerged in the drink. You also kind of want to feel it and make sure that it's cold. As we stir, the ice melts, which cools down the drink. And so once you get it at your ideal temperature and your ideal dilution, you have your drink. You take a sprig of rosemary, and these are herbs that we actually grow on our patio outside of the restaurant. Take this little guy, take a little Walmart cigar torch. Drop that guy down in your drink. And there you have it. Alright. Next we're going to be making one of my favorites. It is called a Basil Smash. And just with a bottle of gin and a trip to the grocery store, anyone can make this drink. So we're actually going to start off, we're going to be using Hayman's London Dry as the base spirit for this cocktail. It's a wonderful London Dry gin, not very expensive at all. You can find it at most package stores. You want fresh squeezed lemon juice. Don't buy the concentrate, don't, buy the sour mix. Buy lemons and squeeze them. It'll make the world of difference. And then you will have to make a simple syrup, just 1 part sugar, 1 part water, cook it on the stove top till it's combined. That's it. Right here we have some basil that we also grew in our herb garden here at City Pharmacy, and we're going to be using that in the drink. So first of all, we are going to pick a few leaves. We're going to drop them down in our shaking tin. Working at like 4 or 5, probably do the trick. And you're going to take your simple syrup, and you are going to pour 3/4 ounce. Then you're going to take your gin and do 2 ounces. We put the clear liquids in first so that when we muddle, you'll be able to tell when the liquid turns green. It does take a minute to muddle, but the more you muddle, the more of that basil flavor that you're imparting into the cocktail. And then we're gonna finish off the drink with 3/4 of an ounce of lemon juice. Your glass. I'll be serving it in a rocks glass. Ice up. Shake until it froths up. And just like the stirring of the old-fashioned, by shaking it, we are melting the ice, combining the ingredients. Melting the ice will dilute the cocktail and chill it. So you want a little bit of water in your cocktails. Otherwise, it's just pure lemon juice, simple syrup, and gin. And that doesn't taste very good without the water. So just be sure to shake the heck out of it. When you're done, you will need a fine mesh strainer to catch all those little chunks of basil that you mashed up. And you're just going to double fine strain into the cocktail glass. Alright. We add more ice to the actual drink. And I like a little bit of a lemon peel to go with my Basil Smashes. I just like all that lemon oil. Just cut you off the swab. Okay. Lastly, a little bouquet of basil. Give it a slap. There you go. 1 Basil Smash. Okay guys, so for this third drink, we are going to be making my favorite specs for a Brandy Alexander. For this cocktail, we will need a little bit more in-depth trip to the package store. We will need Mukov cognac is what I am using, but you can use Pierre Ferrand or even Hennessy if that's your thing, go for it. And then you will need a creme de cacao. A creme de cacao is just a cacao flavored liqueur. Yeah, and just about any of them will do. This is the one we use here, and yeah, that's cool. So the last ingredient you will need is heavy cream and nutmeg, and you want freshly grated. You don't want to go to the store and buy a container of pre-ground nutmeg. You want a grater and a nutmeg. It makes a world of difference. Once you grate that stuff, it doesn't hold its freshness as well. So yeah, let's get started. In our shaking tin, we are going to combine 1 ounce of heavy whipping cream. Then we are going to do 1 ounce of the creme de cacao. When we make a cocktail, we generally start with the least expensive ingredient up until the most expensive ingredient. That way, if we mess up, what we messed up on was as cheap as possible. It's good for our home bars, and it's good for the bars we work at. And lastly, we're going to do 1 ounce of cognac. All right. Let's go ahead and get our glass. We will be serving this in a Nick and Nora glass. If you do not have access to a Nick and Nora, they may be a little hard to find. You can use a martini glass or a coupe glass, or I mean, throw it in whatever kind of glass you want, but this is what we're using. Okay. Add ice to your glass so it doesn't warm up while you are shaking, and then ice your tin. And since there is no citrus and no chunks of herbs in here, we do not have to fine strain. our nutmeg. Just kind of go over the top like so. If you want to get crazy, you can add some cherries, some coffee beans, or anything you'd like, but I think we're just going to keep it simple. And there we have it. Brandy Alexander.
Hi everybody, I'm Dean Crownover, your fundraising host tonight for the Georgia Center for Child Advocacy. You know, this is our Cheer for Children, the 25th, but it's virtual. So in about 25 minutes, we're gonna begin our live program. So what does that mean for you? That means you need to sign in at GiveSmart to get bidding. Have you done that? If you haven't, it's easy. All you have to do is text, and it's one word, CHEER 2020, one word, CHEER 2020 to 76278. Or you can go online to GCCA cheerforchildren2020.com. Either way, get signed in and start bidding on these great silent auction items. In fact, what I want you to do, if you're already logged in, go under categories. Let that come down and hit items with no bids. Those are the ones I want you to focus on. We have a handful that need bidding right away, and 2 of our premier items. Those are the ones that we're going to shut down during the event. Items number 102, Total Wine and More, a 20-person wine tasting. It is phenomenal. You're going to want to do this. Go to item number 102 and start bidding. And item number 105, to go see Trevor Noah while he tapes his show in New York City. So make sure you go to item 105. And finally, have you gone to item number 100 and bought a bear for one of our kids? When they come here, we give a child who's been trafficked or abused a choice, and they can pick a bear, and that bear makes them feel comfortable, makes them feel safe while being here, and you can help out. We're going to do this as a drawing. If you buy 1 bear for $25 or 3 for $60 or 6 for $100, how many you buy is how many times you're going to go in the pool. We're going to pick 2 people. The first prize will be a facial at the spa at the W Hotel Atlanta Midtown. And also we're going to throw in some Tito's vodka with that. And the second drawing, you get a case of Tito's vodka. So please buy a bear for one of our kids. All right, we're going to be back in about 25 minutes. Keep on bidding and giving. Is that right? Yeah? Say bye-bye. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are about 15 minutes out from the 25th annual Cheer for Children for the Georgia Center for Child Advocacy. Man, oh man, is it going to be a great presentation. So the only thing that you need to be doing right now is bidding and giving. Now, I want you to make sure that you go onto your GiveSmart app and you look at items with no bids. There's a small handful. We need bids on every single thing because every dollar goes back to the center. And by the way, we're going to close down the silent auction at 8 o'clock sharp tonight, 8 o'clock sharp. But I want you to look at items number 101 through 105. Those are our premier items. That's the big stuff. Like the Total Wine and More and Trevor Noah and so many others. So what I want you to do is go look at those and bid. You can set a max bid. If you're bidding on several things, just set a max bid. The highest amount you're willing to go and it will bid for you. That way you don't have to worry about it, right? So when you get to the end, and I need you to go to item number 100 right now and buy a little bear. That's right, buy the bears. 1 for $25, 3 for $60, or 6 for $100, and our kids will get these bears. These bears make them, when they come here, when they're going through what they're going through, make them feel warm, make them feel safe, and your donations will do that. And to thank you, we're going to put you in a drawing for 2 prizes. That's right. The first prize will be a nice facial at the W Hotel Atlanta Midtown, and some Tito's vodka to go with that, a couple of bottles and some fun stuff from them. And then the second drawing is a full case of Tito's vodka. So go to 100, get in that drawing. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to see you in less than 15 minutes. Say bye-bye. Bye-bye. and gentlemen, Dean Crownover, your fundraising host here. We are 5 minutes away from starting our live program. That still means you have plenty of time to get signed in on GiveSmart, start bidding, start giving. And it's easy. All you have to do is text one word, Cheer 2020, Cheer 2020 to 76278. And that'll get you going, get you started. Now, we've got a few items in our silent auction, which is going to close exactly at 8 o'clock tonight. We have a few items that we need your bids, like item number 128. If you have a dog, doggy daycare. You need it. It's a doggy daycare package, number 128. But here's the one that I can't believe nobody's bid on. Item number 150, a Kendra Scott necklace. You all know you love Kendra Scott. If you're a man, you get the Kendra Scott and you give it for a gift. If you're a lady, you already know about it. Kendra Scott, get that going right now. Also, items number 101 through 105, that is our Total Wine and More class, or for 20, a wine tasting. We've got a water sound house for a week. We've got a tailgating at home package that includes a case of beer and all these fine cuts of meat. We've got an instant wine cellar, that's item number 104. And item number 105, go to New York, see Trevor Noah, a live taping. And by the way, when he starts taping live again, that's when the expiration starts. You got a year out from then. You've got plenty of time. So hopefully COVID will be very, very behind us. So go ahead and bid on it. That's item number 105. All right, we're going to see you in 4 minutes.
Happy 25th anniversary!
Happy 25th anniversary!
I'm so proud of you guys for all your accomplishments and how you made this a home for people that you guys are helping and volunteers and trainings. Good job on all you've done.
I just want to say congratulations to the center on 25 years of helping children across Atlanta and in the Fulton and DeKalb area.
Just the sheer number of services that they're able to deliver now, and the training and the people that they've, educated on the problem and understanding the signs and being aware of it is so much broader and greater than it was 8 years ago.
And now we're in 2 new, different locations that are much better suited to the needs of what happens in this organization. and we are truly statewide known.
I'm just very impressed with the intelligent, systematic way their plan is to eradicate child sexual abuse. I mean, that's the goal. It's very similar to Dr. Bill Foege's approach to eliminating smallpox. You just systematically go from place to place and train a certain percentage of responsible adults of how to prevent it. And then you gradually change the culture so that it's no longer part of the culture. So I'm just very impressed with the team and how it's grown and the incredible number of people that they've trained. I mean, it's over 155,000, I think.
Through the center, we're able to try to put children back together, help them learn how to go forward in life with as little damage as possible. It can be done. People can survive it. I've seen rape victims survive things that it's hard to imagine anybody could survive and go on. I've seen children who are crushed somehow find a way to get their feet back under them and go on to live a good, productive, happy life. I had never imagined that the ball could have been picked up and carried so well, for so long, for so many, with such success. I'm very proud of the center and the people who work there and the people who lead it.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the 25th annual Cheer for Children Ball, our virtual ball today. I'm Dean Crownover, I'm your fundraising host. It's so good to see you, and I hope you're all doing very, very well. Tonight, you're going to hear stories of inspiration, and you're going to learn about how you are making the difference in the lives of children and families in the local area. And tonight is about celebrating the accomplishments of the Georgia Center for Child Advocacy and all the service that they continue to provide to children affected by physical abuse, sexual abuse, and trafficking. Now, a couple of housekeeping things. Number one, we are at the office, but there is only a very, very tiny crew here. And when we are working, we have our masks on. The only time that they're off is when we're in front of the podium. We are staying socially distanced, we're staying safe, just like we know that you're staying safe at home too. Next, the silent auction. That's going to close promptly at 8 o'clock. I want you to keep bidding right now in this silent auction, including our premier items. Those are items number 101 through 105. We need somebody right now to go to item number 105, the Trevor Noah VIP experience in New York, and start bidding. That's the only one that doesn't have a bid in our premier items. And there's only a few in the silent auction that need bids. What I want you to do is go under categories on your device, go down to items without bids. Those are the ones you want to look at. We want everything bid on. And if you're not buying for yourself, the holiday season is right around the corner. Buy for someone else, okay? Now, finally, are you having a hard time? You need some help? Call 770-830-4033. That's our helpline. But you can still sign in right now. All you need to do is text Cheer 2020, one word, Cheer 2020, to 76278. Did you buy a bear? That's item number 100. Buy a bear for one of our kids. We let them pick out a bear when they come here so they can feel safe, feel comfortable. That's what you're doing. You're buying a bear for one of our kids, and what we're going to do for you is put you in a drawing. Actually, 2 drawings. We're going to draw one that has a Tito's vodka package and a facial over at the W Hotel Atlanta Midtown. And then the other drawing will be for a case of Tito's vodka. Either way, it's a win-win.
I am really excited to be here tonight with everyone. I'm Sheila Ryan. I'm CEO with the Georgia Center for Child Advocacy, and I've had the privilege of working with this incredible organization for the past 5 years. I actually just celebrated my 5-year anniversary. It is so crazy how quickly this time has passed. It has just gone by in just a blink. And one of the things that is just really, really great about the center is the services that we provide to both children and families that have been through some really traumatic experiences. These include things like child sexual abuse, kids that have witnessed violence, severe physical abuse, and kids who've been trafficked. And even though really horrible things have happened to these kids, as soon as they walk through our doors, we surround them with the hope and the healing and the support that they need to walk the journey to have a better life as they go through our work. Our staff go really above and beyond everything to make sure that the kids get everything that they need, from the family advocacy that we provide, the forensic interviews and therapy. All of that is provided at no cost to our families, because we want to remove all the barriers that they have to get hope and healing. Of course, tonight would not have been possible without the generous support of all of our supporters and volunteers, our board of directors, our staff members, and all of our cheer sponsors. I especially want to recognize our sponsors. Our platinum sponsor is the Home Depot Foundation. Our gold corporate sponsors are UPS Foundation, Children's Healthcare of Atlanta, Hugh Spalding, Randall Constantine, Northside Hospital, and SK Commercial Realty. Your commitment to our mission provides hope for the over 750 children that walk through our doors every year. Tonight is very important. As you know, our world changed back in March when COVID hit. Everyone was affected in some way, shape, or form. But the Georgia Center staff, we were right there. We had to stay open. We are essential service providers. We couldn't work from home. We had to be here on site so that we could continue to serve the kids that walked through our doors. Remember tonight, as we talk about these opportunities, keep those kids in mind. The kids that have been at home with an abuser, kids who have not had a trusted adult to tell their story to. Tonight we're raising money for those kids so we can help them.
Hi, I'm Jesselyn, and I'm the Community Family Advocate at the Georgia Center for Child Advocacy. When a child comes through our doors, we not only make sure the child receives a forensic interview and counseling services, we also make sure, with my job, that I build a relationship with the parents to make sure that they have the resources that they need, as well as just emotional support to make sure the parent has what they need to carry their child throughout the healing process. One of the families that I built a strong relationship with this year was a mom that brought in her 5-year-old daughter due to concerns of sexual abuse by mom's boyfriend. While the daughter was at the Georgia Center getting assistance through her forensic interview, and then she was referred for counseling services, I was able to meet with mom and talk to her and have family advocate sessions with mom to provide emotional support. And at that time, mom confided in me and told me that she needed to get to a safe place, that she needed to move out of her boyfriend's home due to the allegations that were brought her and her child here to the Georgia Center. So I immediately went ahead and made connections with the hotel and was able to provide mom with a few days of free stay at the hotel. And during that time, I was also able to link mom with a private landlord, and mom completed the application process and was approved for a house. So mom then was able to transition smoothly from the hotel to her new home. And COVID hit. And then during the pandemic, mom work hours decreased. So she went from working 40 hours a week to 8 hours a week. And that caused a big change in her income. So I was able to make referrals to 2 other agencies to help mom with her financial obligations and her rent. And during that time, mom was able to locate another job. She was having difficulty times with getting to and from work, as she was using other family members' cars. And then one of her family members was no longer able to allow her to use her car anymore. And I knew of an organization that helped single moms that need transportation with a brand new free car. So mom was able to complete the process and complete her application. We did some budgeting. She gave out her documents. We kind of worked through the application process, and mom was approved to receive a brand new car. Mom was ecstatic. I was ecstatic once we got that email saying, Mom, you're approved. Your car ceremony's coming up. And mom was there on time, and she was able to meet me. We were masked up. We had on gloves, and mom was giving her keys to her brand new free car. And mom, that barrier, which took so much off of mom. Like, she was able to go to the grocery store. She was able to take her child to wherever she needed to go. She was able to get to and from the work. And mom was just very appreciative with that referral. And today, mom and daughter are doing great. Mom's hours have picked back up, so she's working 40 hours a week, and her daughter's still coming here for counseling services to help her throughout her healing process. And I'm very grateful that I was able to assist the family with the resources that they need to gain stability, so now they can focus on their healing from the experience that brought them here to the Georgia Center. And the Georgia Center is just ecstatic as well to have another family be able to gain their stability and maintain and heal throughout their process.
Thank you so much for all that you do, all that your staff does here at the center to give hope to these families. And that brings us, ladies and gentlemen, to the most important part of the night, and we call it the Hope and Healing Fund. This is where you're going to give donations from $1 to $1 million, whatever you can give, and you're going to give it through your device. And here's how. Hit donate. You'll see some ideas for levels. You can hit one of those. You can write your own in any amount, 100% tax deductible. So I'm going to set a clock for 3 minutes. You got it?
Got it.
3 minutes.
3 minutes.
3 minutes. When I say go, I want everybody to start throwing it on. We have a big monitor right here, and we can see your name, and we want to call you out. Okay. Are you ready? Sheila, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Audience, are you ready? Let's start the clock now. Everybody, just start putting it in. On your device right now, put it in. Let's talk about what the levels could do and how it could change lives. Did you know 1 in every 10 children will be sexually abused before they are 18 years old, and 90% of sexual abuse victims know their abuser? If you gave $5,000 right now, that would champion all the needs for a family through GCCA services. So, Sheila, what does that mean exactly when we talk about everything? What does that mean?
It's a lot when we talk about everything. So the $5,000 support level will really allow us to provide all the things from when the child and the family first come into our doors. We are going to provide family advocacy services for them. We're going to meet with the parents. We're going to really work with them to provide an array of wraparound services. And we're also going to make sure that we're providing a lot of protection for the child, for the family, anything that they might need. We also provide the forensic interview that can then be used in court if it goes to trial. And then we also provide the emotional support through therapy and up until graduation. And we always say, once you're a client of the Georgia Center, you're always a client of the Georgia Center.
Well, give me kind of that $5,000 donation. Give me a time frame that can actually help.
Yeah, so it's really dependent on the child and the trauma that they've endured and all that they need to heal. So it could be something as short as a couple of months. It could be a time span longer than a year. It's really all very individually.
So anywhere in between. So that $5,000 donation is really stretched and can really help in a long period of time. And that's the important part. Oh, let's give Pascal and John a huge round of applause for just giving. Thank you so much. Now let's talk about $2,500. Did you know 60% of child sexual abuse victims never tell anyone? And they live with the secret and endure the trauma by themselves. Your $2,500, however, provides therapy services for a family to heal. And you touched a little bit on therapy,
Yes.
but expand a bit on that so our audience understands.
Sure. So the therapy that we provide is all evidence-based. So it is therapy that is shown and proven to help victims of trauma. And so we want to make sure that we provide the right type of therapy so that these kids can get all the skills and everything that they need to heal. And as I mentioned earlier, it's all very catered to each child and to their needs. And we work with the child, and then we also work with the caregiver, because the child is in therapy with us maybe an hour a week, where they're going to be at home with their caregiver the rest of the time. So we want to make sure that the caregiver knows all those skills.
So they understand what's happening in
Right.
therapy too,
Exactly.
to bridge it at home.
Absolutely.
Oh, okay.
Because that way we can really reinforce all the therapy and everything that they're learning here and really help the child learn at home as well.
And your $2,500 donation, your gift, are helping with these therapies. You want to name a couple of names off there?
Sure. Andrea, thank you so much. And Ruth, just so appreciate you. Thank you.
And I'm sorry, I don't know if you said this, but this is no cost to the families, right?
No cost to the
Right.
families. It doesn't matter how long it takes. We're here to support them.
And it's no cost because of you. $1,000. Last year, GCCA, the staff was called to provide expert testimonies in over 68 criminal and child protection proceeding cases throughout Georgia. Your $1,000 provides expert forensic interview testimony in court to help that family seek justice. And you did touch on this just a little bit, but most of us don't know the forensic expert. What does that mean?
Yeah.
And how does it help you?
Sure. So our forensic interviewers are trained in how to talk to kids in a very non-leading way. We aren't, we are a neutral third party, and so we are just really allowing the child to tell the story in their words at the time that they disclose. So that's really important. And it's really important for us when it goes to trial, for us to then educate the judge and the jury on the expertise that we have, the years of experience that we have, and just some of the dynamics around why kids don't always disclose right after something happens. Sometimes there's a delayed disclosure. And then, you mentioned earlier, 90% of the time, the child knows the abuser. Right. And so sometimes they could recant their statement because of some of those dynamics. And so it's really important for us to help educate the judge and the jury through this process so that we can have the right outcome for the child.
And your $1,000 is helping that. Crystal, what a huge donation. Thank you so much. And did you already name Lane?
I did not. Thank you, Lane. And thank you so much, Jenny. Thank you.
All right, let's keep going, because I hope that you're seeing what your donations are making. They can make a huge difference here. The $500 level. 81% of child sexual abuse incidences for all ages occur in isolated one-on-one situations. $500, your donation, provides a prevention training to a group of school, faculty, and staff. So, tell me about this, because you take it to the schools for this?
We do take it to the school system. Teachers as a group are the largest group that report child abuse. And because of that, we want to make sure that every teacher is trained to recognize the signs of abuse, to know how to respond to the child, and then to know what to do, who to contact within the school system, and how to escalate things, and just how to put in place all the things that we need to do.
So they don't feel helpless.
Right.
Because when they, once they recognize those signs, obviously, that, yeah, because I wouldn't, what would you do? And if you're not trained, if you guys, so how long is this training?
So the prevention training, it is actually a morning or an afternoon. It's a very short 2.5 to 3 hour training, and it's very accessible for all of our volunteers and people that just want to help support kids.
And Lawrence just gave at this level. Lawrence, thank you very much. You're going to help a school out there. $250. Oh, we're down to a minute too.
Okay.
We're down to a minute, guys. I need more people throwing it in. At the end of the night, we're going to tell you how much we've raised thus far. So there's only a couple more levels to talk about. $250. 70% of child sex offenders have between, and this is terrible, between 1 and 9 child victims. So $250 covers the cost of family advocacy to ensure the safety and well-being of a family. What does that mean?
So we've got to meet with the family advocate's got to meet with the family, the caretaker, to make sure that we can provide all those wraparound services. So many times we have got to help the family find food or shelter. As you saw in our earlier video, sometimes we're going to provide transportation. We'll go out and buy and get a car donated for somebody so that they can then get food and get a job and be very self-sufficient. So all of those things, all those wraparound services to help protect our kids are the things that our family advocates do, and they're amazing.
And it's beyond the walls of the office, and it's beyond the walls of the court. I mean, you guys are really getting in there to help.
They are so creative. They are just tremendously creative in coming up with all the things that are needed by a family.
That is amazing. Tell you what, if you give at the $250 level, and anyone who donates tonight, we have this great mask. It's the GCCA mask right here. You will get a pair of them sent to you. Anybody who gives at the $250 level, you will get a pair. These are great masks. You've been wearing this one, right?
These are fantastic masks. These are the most comfortable. They have the little nose bridge, and they are very, very soft. Everybody in the office loves those.
These are great. So that is a thank you to you to give it $250. Okay, we're down to about 40 seconds, guys. Keep throwing it in. Let's talk about the last level. And this is a level that almost everybody can do, $100. More than 90% of children who are commercially sexually exploited have been sexually abused in the past. Your $100 provides supplies to support sex trafficking survivors for the Envision Project. Now that I want to hear about. What's the Envision Project?
So the Envision Project is a really special project for us. We work with a lot of partners in the community to provide that in working with trafficking victims. We work with other nonprofits. Actually, we have volunteers from the Junior League of Atlanta that will come in and provide some of their expertise and skills. We are working with the trafficking victims to make sure that we can provide that really, really detailed case management, because these cases are very, very complex. So we have really fantastic people that are very resourceful to be able to pull the case management together. And then for the kids that are trafficking victims, we're going to provide some educational support. We're also going to provide life skills so that these kids can just know how to do simple things like cooking and laundry and different types of things like that. And then we're also going to just provide some personal development.
And help them on a new path.
Absolutely. Yeah. That's what it's all about. We want to help start these trafficking victims on a brand new path. And so being able to bring lots of caring individuals to help with that process is just phenomenal.
And that's what your donations are doing. Okay, we only have about 10 more seconds, but just because we have to move on in the program doesn't mean that you stop giving. You can keep giving in the Hope and Healing Fund until, when are we keeping it open until, do we know? At least for a couple more days.
Yeah.
So keep giving, share it with everyone. And again, we're gonna show you at the end of the night how much you have helped raise. And don't forget to participate in the drawing coming up, the teddy bear drawing. So that's item number 100. Make sure that you are buying one of those. And the silent auction is gonna close at 8 o'clock. All right, so we're gonna thank you, Sheila. We're gonna see you in just a little bit. And keep looking at this slide right here. If you buy one bear, it's $25. 3 bears, $60, 6 for $100. The amount that you buy is how many times you are put in that drawing. All right, now, ladies and gentlemen, it is time to sell off the premier items. This is items number 101 through 105. You've been bidding on them all week, and it is time to close them down. Here's how I'm going to do it. I'm going to give a 3-minute warning. I'll keep an eye on the clock. I'm going to tell you about the items, and when I say stop, you can't bid anymore. We're going to pull those items. They will be sold to the highest bidder. So get on them right now and start bidding. Also, there's a delay in streaming. 15, 20 seconds. Keep hitting refresh if you need to. If you're not bidding in the premier items, you can keep bidding in your silent auction. That closes at 8 o'clock. Or keep giving in the Hope and Healing Fund. All right, I'm going to start the 3-minute timer now. Let's talk about the first 3 items that I'm going to sell right here. Items number 101, the Watersound Beach Getaway. Item number 102, the Total Wine Party. You're going to hear a lot about that in a minute. And number 103, the Backyard Barbecue. All right, right now, let's talk about Watersound. Item number 101. This is a 5-bedroom, 5.5-bath home. It has a separate carriage house for guests needing some more privacy. So it sleeps up to 12 guests. I don't even know 12 people. It has 5 adult bikes. It has a community pool, an outdoor lounge area, a gas grill, beautiful views of the ocean. It is steps from the beach. Let me tell you, this thing books for a week for $5,000. And right now, it's only at $1,000. So what I need you to do is keep bidding. We're at $1,000. We got 1 bid. I need to see some more bids happen on this item. The restrictions are simple. It's only 1 week. 1 week from May 1st to May 8th. And you have over a year to use it. So you got plenty of time. And if you want to quarantine at the beach. Quarantine at the house. You know what I say? Buy the house. Don't invite the other 11 people. Just go by yourself and sleep in 1 bedroom every night. You can do that, right? So I want you to do that. Now, we're still at $1,000. Let's see some bids happen on that. Item number 102, the Total Wine and More Party. Now, this one's great. This is for 20 people. It's at a classroom at Total Wine and More, and what they're going to do is they're going to say choose. You get 3 regions to choose from. Do you want to learn about Italian wines, Californian wines, French wines? You choose. Then they're going to have 8 varieties that all of your guests are going to choose. You can bring food, by the way. They'll do it in a nice classroom setting. All the questions, answers that you want. They're going to teach you all about these wines. It's a great get-together for a girls' night or couples, or maybe something for your business. It's at $175. That's item number 102. It's just at $175 right now. Oh, good. Premier, Watersound, you just got bid up. So the last bidder, you need to bid again. Oh, Total Wine and More, it's starting to go up. I want to see some more bids on that. You get a full year to use it. All right, so keep going on that. And let's talk about item number 103 that just got another bid, by the way. Oh, and Watersound is starting to bolt out now. We are about 2 minutes from closing them. 2 minutes, guys. Start throwing it in. The tailgating at-home party with beer and steaks. Oh, this is great. You're going to love this. This is a family barbecue or maybe a fun get-together. Again, guys' night maybe. Here's what you get. You get a certificate to a Hunter Cattle grass-fed steak pack. That includes 2 fillets, 2 ribeyes, 2 New York steaks, 2 sirloins, and in an insulated tote. But we're going to add a full case of beer containing a wide variety of both domestic and imported beers. It'll have ciders, lagers, IPAs, Belgian stouts, porters. Body made by beer right here. Now, we're going to give you some barbecue tools to go in there, so it is a fun evening for you or day or whatever you want to do. That's item number 103. We're about a minute from closing them. Watersound is going crazy. It's at $14.50. Let's see. I need the last bidder to bid again because you've just been outbid. Total Wine and More, it's stalled. I need you to, it's $175. You can't get 20 people a wine tasting for $175 anywhere. This thing can go up to $1,900, $1,900. Come on, guys. Throw in a couple of more bids. Every dollar going back to the center. All right, we're about 20 seconds. Come on, guys. Oh, the backyard barbecue just got another bid. Boy, that's got over 7 to 8 bidders. They are going neck and neck. That's only 325. Ooh, water sound just went up to 1,600. We're at 10 seconds. Ladies and gentlemen, hit refresh. Remember, there's a little bit of delay, so you can get a couple of extra bids in there. Water sound is at 1,600. Total Wine & More at 175. The backyard barbecue at 325. We're at 5 seconds. 4, 3. Come on, guys, get a couple of more in there. 2, 1. Sold! Ladies and gentlemen, items number 101, 102, and 103 are now closed. Close those items. Let's give a big round of applause to everybody who just won one of those items. Now we're going to move on to closing number 2. But before I do, remember, you can keep buying the bears to get into the drawing. That's item number 100. Keep bidding in the silent auction. We're going to close that right at 8 o'clock. Now, closing number 2 only has 2 items. We're going to do a 2-minute warning on this. 2 minutes. Ready? Start the clock. Let's talk about item number 104. This is the instant wine cellar. You will receive 20 wine bottles. They have sparkling wine, red, rosé, white wines. It's domestic, foreign, single varietals, blends, reds, whites. You've got it all. Let me give you kind of an idea what you're getting. The collection includes a 2016, and you can see this on your screen, Alexander Valley Cabernet Sauvignon. A 2016 Soda Canyon Ranch Merlot. You've got 6 Proseccos, you've got 6 Bruts, you've got Pinot Noir Monterey, the Collection 2017, the Collection Red Wine Blend California 2017. You've got Dark Horse, Josh Cellars, and more. 11 bids on this. Holidays are right around the corner. Give them as gifts. You're going to have people back safe and sound in your home again in the next year or 2 years. You know this is all going to be behind us, hopefully very, very soon. You can throw a big, great party. It's at $650 right now, $650. That's item number 104, 11 bids. Bid it up. Come on. We're about a minute away from closing. So if you were the 10th bidder, you've been outbid, I want you to bid again. But let's talk about the item that I need you to bid on right now, and that is Trevor Noah. The Trevor Noah New York Experience, number 105. Now listen, we don't have any bids on this. We must bid. Trevor Noah, one of the funniest guys ever. It's going to come with certificates to help you get up to New York, and you're going to have a VIP. Do you hear me? VIP seats with Trevor Noah. This means you're not going to have to stand in line. You don't have to do any of that. Normally, you'd have to stand in line, hope you can get tickets. These are guaranteed. Item number 105. I need somebody to bid on this right here, right now. That $1,500 can make a huge difference here at the center. And we want everything to sell. All right, come on, $1,500. What is that? That's nothing. That's like a week at Starbucks. Come on, somebody show us right now how you can bid. Meanwhile, item number 104 is pumping up. Everybody wants that wine cellar. We're down to about 15 seconds. Come on, guys, get it going, get it going. This is it. This is the last item I got. I got no more items here. All right, we're about 10 seconds. Come on, guys, let's do it. Oh, the Premier Instant Wine. It's moving up a little bit. Going once. Oh, we just got a bid on Trevor Noah. Oh, this is awesome. Right in the nick of time. Hit refresh. Come on, guys. Do it again. Do it again. Somebody outbid Trevor Noah right now. I want to see if we get one more bidder. You know what that's called? A live auction. That's right. We've got bidders against bidders. All right. 5. This is it. Come on, get them in there. 4. I'm counting it down. Once I say 0, it's over. 3. Come on, move it up. That's items number 104 and 105. 2. Oh, tension. It's so much tension. 1. And is everybody having a good time out there? Everybody doing good? You doing good? All right. Sold! Ladies and gentlemen, 104, 105 are now sold. Let's give a big round of applause to the winners on that. We want to thank everyone for their support this evening. All proceeds raised tonight will go directly to helping the lives of our most vulnerable children. What you may or may not have known is that during the pandemic, the Georgia Center had to move our Fulton location. Our lease was up, but this new location brought a new opportunity to be in the heart of where we serve our clients. I want you to take a look right now how your support today will change thousands of lives in this new space. Take a look.
everybody is having a great time out here this year and has had a chance to see or witness the new facility that has been created at the Met for the Georgia Center for Child Advocacy. One of the goals we had when we were looking for a new location for the Fulton Center was to have a location that was centrally located. The center will be able to see many more families than they did before, not only because of the square footage, but also because it's much more efficient space.
Tried to create emotive zones for all of the different people and audiences that come through this space. So we have small children coming here, and then there's also teenagers, and then you have staff and detectives and people that come here to learn and to be educated. So it was a big audience group, and we needed to tell the story of the Georgia Center for Child Advocacy, but also make them feel hopeful and feel like this was a place where they could start to heal.
So this space is very special for the child, and there's three things in this space that's I want to bring to light, and that's one are these rocks that the child, when they come in, they can see, other kids have been through the same process. I'm not the only one. Also their artwork, it livens up the space, but this is their therapy that they go through. And before it wasn't on display anywhere, just in the therapist's office maybe, but now the kid can see their artwork on display, but also, again, they can see they're not the only one. And then on the other side of the room are the teddy bears that the kids get as they interview. After they interview, they get to come back and select a teddy bear. It's a very special space.
Please remember that if you participated tonight, make sure that we have your mailing address and your email address. Make sure you fill out the forms completely so that we can send your mask if you made a donation of $250 or above. You're going to want one of those. And then also, if you were one of the winners tonight at our auction, we definitely need to be able to get in touch with you so that you can get your prize. So please make sure you fill out all the paperwork. Also, you can still make a donation all weekend long. Please send it out to your friends, to your family, and you have until 8 p.m. to bid on the silent auction items. So you still have a little bit of time, so get those bids in early and often. Now, for the moment that you have all been waiting for, we have drawn the names of the winner of our bear drawings. So we want to just give a shout out to Carrie Flaspolar for winning the facial at the W and the Tito's basket. Good job, Carrie. And Martha O'Neill has won the full case of Tito's vodka. Thank you so much for participating in our drawing and helping to purchase the bears for the kids that come in. So thank you so much. Also want to thank you for joining us in our live stream tonight from the Georgia Center. Our staff could not do this really difficult work day in and day out if it were not from the incredible support and the work without all of your support. The kids could not receive the critical care that they deserve without you and without your funding here tonight. Our families would not be able to get the healing that they need, and they would not be able to move forward with hope and with positivity in their lives without everything that you're helping us do tonight. Every dollar that is raised tonight is going to help the kids and their families. So I know we've been tallying in the back, and I think they may still be tallying some, but so far we have raised $112,000 and $112,091. So it just keeps clicking up. So thank you so much for participating today. We appreciate all of the support that you've given us, and we hope that you have a wonderful rest of your evening. But please know that you've helped us make the difference in the life of a child. Thank you, and have a good evening.